Yeah, no?
Yeah.
Joined.
Finally,
Oh God,
finally.
this was so
I
not
know.
embarrassing.
I know. I'm trying from my side. You're trying from
I mean,
your side. Oh God.
we've never given so many retakes in
During the
our lives, I'm
during
sure,
the
while
shoot,
shooting.
I
But
know.
this one was all
So
when
many
we are.
times. You went live. I sent a request. I went live. I'm sure you must have sent a
Yeah,
request. I sent you a request. But good to see you after
good to
such a
see
long
you
time.
too.
How are
Good to
you?
see you too. Good,
Very,
how are you? So
very
nice.
good. Very good.
Looking so different. We're looking from our respective
Roles.
looks. You know?
Characters I know from respective looks. So, guys, first and foremost, thank you so much for everybody joining in on this live. And the main reason why I think Yami and I be here is to talk about our next film that is going to come out, which is Article 370. That's coming out on the 23rd of this month. So, Yami, would you like to add anything?
So many things, Priya. I don't know where to start. That's always a thing. So now, where do we start? How do we make our answers, they sound different from our previous films?
Yeah,
But it is, and I was
100%.
so, Hannah. But you tell me your reasons for doing this film, and I'll share mine.
Okay, so I think one of the main reasons, oh no, I won't say one, I think two main reasons is the first thing is obviously the story. That really got to me when your husband actually narrated the whole.
Who's
Uh,
here somewhere? I said
oh,
hi.
hi. And he narrated the story to me on phone. I think he just told me the story in a nutshell in about, I think, 10 minutes on phone call. And I remember the next minute I was discussing with my family and I said, listen, Aditya Dhar sir, he just gave me a call and this is a project and it has Yami in it. And honestly, Yami, I have to say this, my husband and I, we are big fans of yours.
You're just
We
being
like,
so
we've
sweet.
seen almost all your films and we unanimously we've said, she's a brilliant actress and she carries her, whatever role you do, you carry it with elan and with such elegance and such grace. And so when your husband told me that it'll be the two of us in the film, I said, "Hey, oh, of course, yes. I mean, I would love to share the screen space with you and be part of this fantastic project, which I cannot wait for people to watch it on the 23rd. And the story, and I'm sure you also have a lot of memories about shooting the film. So why don't you share your fondest memories and the reason why you chose the film?
That is so sweet, first of all, Priya. And you know how fond I am of you, and we discussed this. I've loved your work, and I was same here. I was so excited when I got to know that you were playing Rajeshwari, and I was like, "Gosh, you're always praying that you need to work with good
Yeah.
actors. You need to work with good actors."
Yes, actually, yeah,
I was like,
true.
"Okay, now this is checked. This is sorted." I was so happy, and um, that synergy is only something else when you're working with like-minded people जहाँ पर आप डिस्कस कर सकते हो, आप बात कर सकते हो, आप आइडिया शेयर
हाँ.
कर सकते हो, और इस तरह की फिल्म में वो चाहिए.
Hmm.
It's not one of those films कि अच्छा बस आप आए और अपने अपने अपनी लाइंस बोली हैं और इतना ही काम है और चले गए.
Correct.
You're also that kind of actor who adds so much to the to what's just written, I think, in on paper.
Yeah.
So that was so refreshing, and I'm so glad. Thank you for doing this and being part of this film. And other reason is actually the same, Priya, the story. I think I've always believed in doing, um, tried to at least, story-driven films, character-driven films, and especially जहाँ true events आ जाता है,
हाँ.
to know at the back of your mind कि ये सच्ची कहानी है, ऐसा सच में हुआ है.
Correct.
There has been a team who's done this so efficiently and so seamlessly. It's something else. It makes it so much more
Yeah.
compelling than just a film
Yeah.
script. And so I thought that's a challenge, 100%, would love to take. And the role, of course, knowing that most of us, we are playing roles which are based on true characters in real life, which are there are people there, who've executed this, who have done this, of course,
Yes.
without naming anyone.
Yes.
To know that someone has that kind of courage and the belief to be a part of something which goes down in one of the most memorable things in the
Yes.
political history.
Yes.
So I thought these factors are so are enough, and of course, to as very sweetly you mentioned, but absolutely same here. I was so excited to be working with you. I still remember our first day of shoot, and I'm like, what is the first thing should I say? How do you
No, but
you
I
know?
think
And
I remember the first time that we met was for the script reading.
yeah,
And I remember, so this is just a little, thing to the audience, that the first time I met Yami was for the script reading, where all the actors and, almost all of us were there with the director and everybody. And so all of us were sitting on the table, and then in walks in Yami. She's got her mask on. She comes and sits right next to me, and she says, the first thing she tells me is, "Hi, ma'am." I say, "Please don't call me ma'am.
I
Just
thought
call
you
me
would forget
Priya.
that.
That's absolutely fine. Just call me Priya. That's absolutely fine." So even I didn't know how to address you. Should I call you ma'am? Should I call you Yami? So I think that just hit it off. I think right from there we hit it off quite well. And then I remember the first day of shoot as well. I mean, when both of us were there together in the scene, and it was such a pleasure and such an honor to share the screen space with you. And I can't wait for the people to see what a beautiful film we've got out for them. And so tell me, Yami, what was your favorite scene in the film?
I think one of my favorite scenes in the film is has to be the one with you, both of us.
In your
Uh,
house?
in my
I
house.
was about to say the
Uh,
same thing. Yeah.
because we can't share much,
Yes.
but it has to be that scene, which is also a very important scene for
Yes.
the film. Audience को समझने के लिए कि ये क्या है, what is
The-
Article 370. I think it's very important,
Yes.
and that scene somewhere carries the essence of, I think, our history and
Yeah.
present. So I think this is um, a very, very important scene. And I remember you were so um, cool, and you were so that, huh? I see, just the way you're sitting right now. That's it. It was just the same frame. And I'm like, oh my God, you have to be so intense right now. And of course, you. I remember talking about filter coffee and
Yes.
everything, and you having it nicely. I'm like, even I want to have it. This is what's going
Yes.
in my mind, but I will have it after once the scene is done, and I think I enjoyed my cup
By
of
the way,
tea, my
that's
coffee.
still due. I promise I'll bring you your filter coffee.
Ha!
I will
I'm
definitely bring it.
done. So I think
Yeah.
that scene
Same here for me.
is
I
one of
think
the
that
best.
scene, as rightly as you said, it's very crucial for the film, and it's very crucial for बहुत सारे लोग जानते, I mean, they जानेंगे कि क्या हो रहा है या क्या हुआ है, and I think from there it's just it just takes off, and I think people will. That is the most crucial scene for me, which I absolutely enjoyed. Apart from that, yes, even in the office and everything, whatever we did, but I think this was the main scene. uh, yes, it did take a little time for the setup and everything, but I
Mm.
think once we started shooting, it just went off very smoothly. कब शुरू हुआ कब खत्म हुआ scene पता ही नहीं चला. uh, so yeah, and also I've been seeing a lot of posters that have been coming out जहाँ पे आप गन पकड़े हुए हो, and you're training and all that. So tell me, how was it doing action sequence? Because मुझे आपको इसमें देख के ना मुझे बहुत फोमो हुआ है, because the previous film, as we were
Yeah,
speaking while we were
yeah,
shooting this,
yeah,
high octane action करके,
yeah. I know.
इसमें मेरा उतना action, if I can say it out to the people, I don't have action in this film. But when I saw you holding the gun, and all the snippets that kept coming out during the teaser, मुझे बहुत फोमो हुआ कि why wasn't I given a gun? Why wasn't I, thing? So बताइए, how is it? How do you love doing action sequences? Please tell us.
I don't think before this film anyone's ever considered me for any action role. Because I'm sure um, it happens. अच्छा आप एक certain तरीके से दिखते हो, sweet से, gullible से, sweet role करो आप.
तो
The
टाइप कास्टिंग
longest
हो
time.
जाता है, मतलब आप ऐसे ही कर सकते हो, आप ऐसे ही कर सकते
हाँ
हो. हाँ.
हाँ and but I think there's always a right time to and for the right opportunity to be there and for you to grab it.
Yeah.
And it happened with 370 जहाँ पर of course एक्शन भी बहुत बहुत तरीके का होता है, बहुत स्टाइलाइज भी होता है, बहुत सिनेमैटिक होता है, बहुत एस्पिरेशनल भी होता है. इस फिल्म में because the theme is very realistic, so we've tried to keep action as real and close to how it happens in real life as possible, versus trying to be, trying to project too hard or trying to show that, I can do action. But I had a blast, Priya. I didn't expect, um, of course, when you're doing something for the first time, there's so many questions. You're so
Yeah.
nervous.
Yeah.
You don't want to get it wrong. You don't want to enjoy yourself. You don't want to enjoy anybody else. And there's a certain time frame that you have to finish, the film. Um, but I had a blast. I had a blast. I have no sob story. I have no sad story. I had a great time. And one of the most special experiences has to be, they were very kind enough to give us permission to visit
Oh, wow.
NSG,
Okay.
yeah, center in Mumbai, and we got to fire there. And I was, my God, I was red. I was just red because of, yeah. I was so happy. Of course, the first shot, I think after seeing my first shot, they're like, okay, everybody move back, move back, move back. So just give her the space.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, कहाँ गई bullet? कहाँ है? They said, मैम ऊपर है. You didn't, because it's so important. One of the most important things that I learned was breath work.
Right.
That if you have your breath under control, you'll never, miss the mark. So even if I'm thinking that I'm targeting straight, I'm targeting correct, but agar breath ऊपर नीचे है, because of course,
Yeah.
you're breathing fast, it'll never be right. So then after I think 2-3 times, I got okay, and then I was like, yes, so now tell me what's the target. And
That's nice.
I had a blast. I think that really helped me.
Okay.
That really helped me, because I have been one of those kids who are very I don't know if scared is the word, but I've hated balloons all my life, just for the fear they're going to burst, and that
Right.
that will sound aata hai. I
Right.
never had balloons in my birthday for this reason. So now, of course, this sound is a very generous sound. and but I had a great time. I don't think this experience of learning how to fire clocks and MP5s, it'll happen. I mean, I hope it happens soon, but I'll never forget that high is just something else.
I hope after this film you get more, people get to see how you've performed, and I hope you get more action movies after
I
this.
hope we get
Do you like doing
to
action
work on
films?
some. I
Do
hope, huh? I
you
love
like?
action films. Yeah. I love action films, and I've always been fan of even these your kung fu
Yes.
based films. I love them. Kill Bill, I think, is one of my most favorite action films. And I hope we get to do something
I
together.
hope
You
so
never
too.
know. People, some makers, they see us and like, it's just me, inko karte hain, and you get to do
Anybody
something.
watching? We're ready to do action sequences here.
Shall we take some
Together.
questions from the audience?
Let's
Is
take
there
some
anything
questions.
that, now before I mess up anything by touching anything on my screen, I'm gonna
Guys,
ask
do you have any
quick.
questions for Yami and me? Please do ask.
Regarding the film.
The film, or please don't keep asking other questions, because that's
what I see maximum is Priya ma'am, you're looking so nice. Priya ma'am looking so nice. Of course, Priya ma'am is looking so
I've
nice.
also
And
seen a lot saying, Yami ma'am, I love you. Hello, Pyari Yami.
I think 370. Anything that you want to share with any kind of any special reaction or response you got from the teaser after you launched it?
So far, So far, okay, I have to tell people this that 2 days back we'd gone to my family, with all of us had gone to see Fighter
Mm.
in the theaters. And just when I was about to say, अरे हमारा teaser आ रहा है कि नहीं आ रहा है, boom, your face comes in and it says Article 370, and the teaser comes out, and it looked so nice on screen. And in fact, I asked my family, I said, आपको कैसा लगा, मतलब बड़े पर्दे में देख के. तो जैसे बहुत अच्छा है, बहुत अच्छा है. And I think even the audience's response was also quite interesting, because I kept hearing a lot of people saying, "Oh, oh, wow, oh my God, okay, let's see what's happening and all that." So I can't wait for people to actually see. I mean, teaser के लिए इतना response है, तो I mean, trailer is going to come out on the 8th of February, which is tomorrow, and I can't wait for people to see the trailer and the movie as well.
है ना?
Have you got any good response?
Very, very,
Mhm.
and mostly it's been positive. अच्छा ही रहा है बहुत. और मैं वही कह रही थी, while I was trying to connect, both of us were trying to connect with each other, कि जब किसी फिल्म के साथ या आपके काम के साथ रिस्पेक्ट जुड़ जाता है, तो आई थिंक वो बहुत एक स्पेशल
Oh,
फीलिंग होती है. दैट्स बियॉन्ड योर, ऑफ कोर्स, योर बॉक्स ऑफिस एंड नंबर्स. वो सब चीजें बहुत जरूरी हैं एक फिल्म का सक्सेस होना, सक्सेसफुल होना. बट जो रिस्पेक्ट है ना, वो बहुत बहुत रेयर होता है. तो दिस इज व्हाट आई फेल्ट विद अ फिल्म लाइक दिस, कि लोग वेट कर रहे हैं कि और जितना आप सब के लिए नया था, हमारे लिए भी नया था टू अंडरस्टैंड कि 370 क्या है, व्हाट इज आर्टिकल 370,
yeah.
what happened in 2019, how did it happen.
Mm,
And so for us also it was a very new world कि अच्छा ऐसे भी हुआ, अच्छा ऐसे भी हुआ, ऐसे भी हो सकता था.
correct.
तो बहुत बहुत सिंपल तरीके से कोशिश की है इस फिल्म के जरिए ऑडियंस को दिखाने के लिए, टू also engage them
Yes.
cinematically, but to tell them a very categorical story of how these events happened, which led to, I think, one of the most successful, um, kind of say, can say missions for sure,
Of course. Yes.
or in such a clean way.
Yeah.
So I think we're all waiting definitely on 23rd, for 23rd Feb,
100.
कि क्या लोगों को कैसे फिल्म पसंद आती है. ट्रेलर ऑफ कोर्स कल लॉन्च हो रहा है,
Yes.
which is 8th of Feb, which is why we all want to personally come and share with everyone.
Yeah.
And yeah, everyone just
Somebody is
saying hi,
asking, will you
hi,
go
hi.
to? There's a person called Akash Pisces, which says, who says, will you go to Kashmir for the promotions?
Uh, we shot the film there. हमने फिल्म की शूटिंग जरूर कश्मीर में की है, जहाँ we missed you, Priya. We were hoping कि एक
I
दिन
know.
you should have been there.
मैं भी वहां पे आ जाऊं, और I miss Kashmir. हाँ.
But I'm not sure about promotions, because that's
Hmm.
a call which,
I think
of course,
the makers will.
the
Yeah.
makers and
Yeah.
producers, they have to take. But I shot the film in Kashmir. और
Hmm.
मैं जरूर बोलना चाहूंगी, very thankful to the police force there, the CRPF there, for taking care of us, for taking such good care of us. काफी लोकल से बात की, बहुत स्मूथली शूट हुआ.
Hmm.
और हमने तो नहीं बोला कि हम किस फिल्म के बारे में ऑफ कोर्स शूट करने आए हैं, बिकॉज आपको अपना चुपचाप काम करना है. बट ऐसी बातों बातों में कभी होता है, अच्छा क्या, हाउ इज इट गोइंग, क्या हालात है. तो काफी लोगों ने अपने आप एक कॉमन बात बोली कि हाँ, जब से ये 3-4 साल ये 370 हटा है, काफी बेहतर हो गया
Okay.
है माहौल, क्योंकि टूरिज्म बढ़ गया. आई सॉ सो मेनी टूरिस्ट. I was not expecting traffic jam in Srinagar because of yeah,
Wow.
and because of
Okay.
tourists. So so एक होता है ना कि एक organic chat है, एक आपको directly from people, you get to hear कि कैसा है माहौल. And
Hmm.
the moment I heard the word 370, I was just I got very very alerted somewhere. I was like, okay. So even if I was not talking to them, I could just hear the conversation, what's
Right.
happening, कि हाँ काफी बेहतर हो गया in terms of revenue, in terms of other things, because naturally अगर tourism होगा, अभी G20 हुआ था,
हाँ.
so naturally obviously it's a boom
हाँ.
for the
हाँ.
locals. So अच्छा लगता है.
Correct.
you feel good. You feel that it's you're being part of something which is authentic.
Correct.
And so really looking forward to it now. Very excited for tomorrow, actually, our launch, our trailer
Same here.
launch. है ना?
Same here. Somebody, again, there's one more question called from Mayank S. Dubey, who says, Yami, your role in the film is different from your earlier film. So what challenges did you face during the shoot?
Challenges, uh, I don't know, Priya, I don't know if you feel that way when somebody asks about challenges. I I feel I don't know what to say, because the moment you start talking, you feel, yeah, this is my job as an actor, and I don't know if I need to or I should be highlighting it and underlining it. It's my
Yeah.
job, and I'm not one of those actors who like to take work back home. कि अच्छा, बहुत intense scene था या बहुत कुछ intense role है तो
Yeah.
रोज मुझे उसी mood में रहना. I don't like it. Homework of course मैं अच्छे से करती हूँ, but challenges of course, apart from the fact कि action सीखना है, completely एक नया कुछ आप skill सीख रहे हो, how to fire,
Yeah.
weapons, how to hold a weapon. First of all, forget firing they make you learn later how to hold a weapon, how to
Correct.
hold a stance, and उसके बाद of course एक mental, like emotional preparation about a character, उसकी back story
हाँ.
बनाना, और हमेशा aware रहना कि अच्छा, this is where we are coming from. तो ऐसे सोचूं तो ऐसे बहुत सारे दिन आ जाएंगे, हाँ यार उस दिन मुझे ऐसा फील हो रहा था, उस दिन ऐसा हुआ, बट I like to keep those stories just in my heart.
True.
and just focus the fact that we had a blast working. काम
Of,
अगर I think आपका अच्छा गया है, अच्छी टीम है,
हाँ.
तो सब अच्छा है.
Yeah,
Then I then forget
this
also
and I'm
challenges.
of course, and I truly believe that this is one of the stories that all of us we've done it from our heart, honestly, to see to it that because जैसे कि आपने बोला था, it's obviously a true story based on true events and things like that. So we always want it to, we've done it as convincingly as possible, and we're just waiting for the end result, that hoping people will love it at the end of the day when it comes out on 23rd of February. Acha, Yami, boliye, what are your top 3 roles from your career that you love?
Here I can be a little generous. I think I'll start with 370 slash Uri.
Of course.
Uri also has a very personal tick mark,
Yes.
for obvious reasons.
All of us know that.
Second
Yeah.
would be a Thursday. I think again a very sensitive film, and again something
Beautiful
very
film.
different.
I saw the film, by the way, and I loved it.
Thank you. That. And third would be Bala. There's
Yes.
a film I did called Bala.
Yes.
And where I got to do comedy for the first time. Slash a film called Dhoom Dham, which is yet to get released.
Okay.
Which is also a comedy, but it's
Oh,
a
nice.
caper comedy. Very
Nice.
different.
Okay.
So I'm very generous that way to myself. What are 3 roles? How about you, Priya? Would love to hear from
My top 3, well, I will be a little selfish and I'll say, I have to say all the films that I've done has been pretty close to my heart. I've loved each and every role that I've done, but 3 films that have been, I can say, physically, mentally and emotionally have been challenging for me has been one of my Tamil film called Paruthi Veeran, for which I got all the awards and things like that, which came out in 2006. We shot that over 160 days, and we had to match that the climate, the weather, and we shot in extremes. I mean, the extreme heat, I won't say extreme cold also, but after we shot for about a month, and then we had a month's gap, and then come back and then shoot at the same light and things like that. So we've done it all. We've been there, done it. But today when you see the film, all it just comes back, the memories just hit you. So that was one film. The second one was a Malayalam film called Tirakada, where I played this. It was based on a life of an actress from 1982 to 2008.
Okay.
That was also loosely based on a real life actress who is not there with us anymore. People from the south will know her. Her name was Sri Vidya Amma. So it was loosely based on her life. And so she died of ovarian cancer. So how she was a top actress at one point in time, and then how she resorts to doing character roles and things like that. In the film, that's what we've shown. And how she succumbs to ovarian cancer and things like that. So that was one of the second film that we did. And uh, emotionally, mentally, and physically also, it was quite challenging because we had to get that cancer look and all that. So it was a tedious job to do. And the third one was this bilingual film which I did in Tamil and Kannada, which was called Charulata, where I had to play conjoined twins. And yeah, so that was physically tasking for everybody, not only for me but for the whole unit, because I had to do one character, go back, come back, and do the same scene as the other. So that was quite a task. So these three were physically, exhausting for all of us, these three films. But I've loved all the films, no doubt, whatever I've shot. And now, of course, Article 370. Well, it is not that much for me, but maybe more for you. But I've absolutely loved each and every day, each and every minute that I spent shooting for it. And another film of mine is coming out on the 16th of February, which is called Bhamakalapam 2. It's a Telugu film.
Yay, we're all rooting for Priya.
So looking forward to that also.
Oh, yes.
And yeah, so any other questions, people, if you have anything else for us, because we can't wait for the trailer to come out tomorrow.
Yeah, I think that's what they're asking now. When is the trailer getting launched? The trailer's getting launched tomorrow, Thursday, 8th of Feb. And very excited. Very, very excited.
Very excited. I can't wait for people to see. I can't wait for all of you to see our fruit of labor, what we've done for all of you, and hope you like it.
Yeah.
And both of you should work on the remake of The Holiday in Bollywood. Okay.
I also said,
okay.
Hero in the film. We are heroes in the film.
We are the heroes in the film.
No, there's the story which is the hero of the film, and the theme which is about India.
I think the hero is the story.
Yeah.
Hi, Yami.
Release time yet to be decided, but around 2 o'clock, I think around 1:32.
1 to 2, I think. Yeah.
1 to 2. I think, I'm very, very excited about it.
Very excited.
And the most exciting thing becomes the Q&A with everybody.
Yes, I can't wait for that tomorrow. I can't wait for that tomorrow. Waiting. Director name. Somebody said director name, team name. The director's name is Aditya Jhamle.
Yes. He's very sweet, very nice. He's won national award for his Marathi films, and very soft spoken. I've always not just on 370, but there's another film which he did with B62 Studios, and I've always seen him like this, always stressed, and I was like, listen, this really worries me. No, even if you're stressed, never show it, especially to your actors.
Yeah, because I remember, I think right from day one, he's like, especially when my portions were being shot in the office, I remember him so tense. He's like, "नहीं, मैम मुझे ऐसा चाहिए. मतलब, आप कर लो, उसके बाद I will let you know if." So I've always seen him so tensed, but he's very precise. He knows what exactly he wants of the characters and how it is to be portrayed and how, and that I think I can't wait for people again. I can't wait for them to see the film.
Someone's asking who's the producer. So Aditya, my husband, who is his brother, Lokesh, Aditya Dhar and Lokesh Dhar, they are the producers. They in B62 Studios. They've backed this film. They've produced this film, of course, along with we have Jio as studio partners, and for again kudos to them for backing their vision so ably. And promotion के time or otherwise, of course, हम actors ही face बनते हैं promotion का for all the most obvious reasons, but जो team रहती है पीछे which actually makes the film, that process is incredible. No, I mean, thanks to this film and the other film that I was talking about, Dhoomdham, I actually got an opportunity to see how your sound is happening, your mixing is happening, all these things. Aspects of filmmaking, क्योंकि एक हमारा हमने तो डायलॉग बोला है, एक एक्सप्रेशन दिया है, साइलेंस है, बट कैसे एक छोटा सा कुछ ट्यून बैकग्राउंड में what it does to the audience, Anna, Priya, it still fascinates me, even though we've been working for
Yeah.
so long. I think I can say that, but it still fascinates me that how does this happen? So
Mukesh
so there's a
Chabra,
whole
sorry, Mukesh Chabra is online and he's saying, "Arey wah wah."
hello. He shares his name with my father, so he'll always be
I'm
sparking
okay.
the fact that, of course,
He's
he's
always been my biggest well wisher, and
yeah.
anytime he calls me, I can never say no to Mukesh. So thank you,
No, he's
Mukesh, for
very sweet.
giving me this film as well.
No, he's very sweet. He's one of the sweetest members of the industry,
I-
and he shares his name with with my father, which of course he knows, and that's why
Mm.
I can never take your name. But
Yeah.
so it's been great. It's been a great journey, Priya. Thank you once
Thank you.
again. Someone's saying you should do
Okay,
a spy movie together.
sorry, just a last this one. Somebody has said, do a spy movie together, both of you.
Ah,
That's quite interesting. I think
very. I'd love to,
should
but
we
in a
should
very
think about.
different genre. I'm
हाँ,
saying altogether. कुछ बिल्कुल अलग
yeah,
370 से,
I completely agree.
है ना?
हाँ,
And of course we'll talk more, guys.
yes.
I'll try and be more active. I will be. You've seen my technical skills. I will brush up my skills more and talk to you more about the film.
Yeah.
आपको पता चलेगा. पर कल ट्रेलर प्लीज जरूर देखिए.
देखिए, yes, it's coming out tomorrow. The trailer will be launched tomorrow, I think after 1 o'clock. We both are going to be there. We can't wait for all of you to see the trailer of Article 370. And please, please, please don't forget to go to the theaters and watch the film on 23rd of February.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you,
you
Yami. It was
so
lovely
much.
seeing you.
See
Can't
you
wait to see you
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'll see you tomorrow. So bye. Take
Bye.
care.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank
Bye,
you. Bye,
everybody.
guys.
Thank you
Thank
for
you so
joining in.
much.
Bye.